So today what we're going to do is we're going to start getting ready to drop this motor, which entails popping the rim off, taking the caliper off, zip tying it up out of the way, taking the strut out, sway bar, all that fun stuff. We're just getting ready to drop the motor, and like you guys see me do plenty of times, the strut's got to come out, the tires got to come off, all that fun stuff just to get the subframe out. Once we do that, we have to go get the engine crane and take the other motor off of our little scissor table that we have that comes up to these. So, I guess let's get going, guys. Let's get started. Well, this side came apart pretty good. Let's go do the other side, take it apart just like we did this side, and then I guess let's go get the engine picker. Oh, I forgot that guard. Hold on a second there. There you go. It's amazing how rotted this fender is, and then the inner fender's not having really any problem at all. It's kind of weird how rust picks and chooses where it wants to go. But let's go do the other side. That's right. It's return of the 4-cylinder. Now, this is an older 4-cylinder. It's a lot different than the motor we're going to be taking out, that's for sure. Some things that we're going to do right now before it goes in is we're going to do our famous EGR delete. Well, here we are. We're to the point now where we're almost ready to pull this motor. If you guys know what's next, it's basically just use our little come-alongs and pick her up. We're going to leave the transmission attached because there's no issues with this transmission, so we will just leave her hooked right up. And then what else? Because we're pulling a V6, I'm not 100% sure as of right now if the motor mounts are going to be the same. So we might have to pull the motor mounts off of this, but as of right now we are not pulling the motor mounts, we are just undoing them. Yeah, so we're just going to take this motor off of this subframe. If the subframe wasn't bent, I would have just put the subframe right back into it, but it's bent, so we might as well take it out. So the first thing to do is the 14 mil on the transmission mount. This is probably going to spin, so okay, coming up.
I'm going the right way.
Ready?
Yep. Oh yeah.
What are you doing?
I'm presenting. You gotta do like the aircraft people, where they just
Oh, with the
take
seatbelts?
the seatbelt and the life jackets.
Yep, okay. Yes, Jesse. Okay, just high enough to get this out. Subframe?
Should be good.
No, a little higher.
Why'd you say it? Motor mount. Go, go, go. Go fast, Ricky Bobby. Go fast. Huh? Yeah, yeah.
Yes, it is. Okay. So what we got to do now is we got to put this motor out of the way over there. Put this subframe out of the way over there. I know, it's a whole lot of nonsense of moving. So with all the problems that 4-cylinder gave us, we got it off of that subframe pretty good. Now it's time to work on this one. And let's start hacking away. for the subframe to come out, we actually have to cut the exhaust system so it's no longer in the way. So we're going to get that cut. We're going to get most of that out because once you start cutting it's just going to keep falling. So we'll cut her here, cut her by the cat, and then take her all the way out. And then, yeah. I don't know how this is going to go. I don't know how these subframes swap out, if it's going to be super easy or not, but all we can do is try, right? So let's get going.
How high?
About here. So what we're going to do now is we've cut the exhaust off. We're going to bring this down until the subframe sits on my scissor table at a nice comfortable height. Watch your head, Jesse.
No.
Nice and easy. Okay, it's just the steering now.
Right, I'm pretty sure it's smooth enough. Yeah, down. Up.
Come up on the plate. There, I got it. Woo!
That's all?
Yeah, continue.
Once it's cut.
I have no idea. Okay, hold that. You see anything?
No, not good back here. Up, no, it's off.
Up. Okay, hold it. Oh yeah, motor mounts will have to be changed. I don't even think the subframe will work.
Really?
Yeah. That motor's huge.
It's a big motor.
That's a big motor.
Chunky, funky monkey.
I don't know if this looks all different here. Well, it's out, and unfortunately, it is a lot different than what I was really expecting. Back motor mount is 100% different than the 4-cylinder back motor mount. I don't even know if I can interchange them. Maybe. That one's only got 3 bolts, and this one's got 4, and they look to be a different configuration. I'll have to look into that to see if those mounts are the same or not. Wow. Some pretty big differences here. Even the control arms are different from that one, but that's an older subframe, so that might be the difference right there, is the control arm differences. Steering gave us one heck of a hard time on this one. It's a lot tighter with these motors. I can't believe the difference from the 4-cylinders to the 6-cylinders, that's for sure. But scrap aluminum, that's all that's worth. But my God, these are completely different motors. Completely different. But I guess next we have to start taking the interior out because we need these out. Heater core we can pretty much get rid of. The clutch line we can pretty much get rid of. All the fuel lines and everything going to the back we can get rid of. But that's for another episode, guys. So thanks for watching Zach's Workshop today. This was a little more stressful than what I'm used to. Take care, and we'll see you back here tomorrow. And don't forget, guys, if you feel like posting your Derby photos or videos, make sure you check out Zach's Workshop on Facebook and just ask for an ad, and you can feel free to post any of your Derby-related topics. Take care, guys. We'll see you back here tomorrow.